Hi everyone, welcome to the tutorial activity number 3. In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to create a cash flow table for a project. Now, if you open the Excel file in the tutorial section in the views, this is what you see on your screen. In this worksheet, cash flow worksheet, we have a table which is an incomplete table. We call this is a cash flow table. Now, I think it's important to understand what is a cash flow table, and when we say cash flow for a project, we have different ways of money coming to project as well as money goes out from the project. So, for example, when we put a claim for the work done that we have achieved for a given period, we can ask some money from the client. So we agree the amount of payment for such task. So when we make claims, we can bring money into the cash flow. At the same time, when we work on activities, we have to spend money to purchase materials, for labor, for salaries, for rent, for other items. So likewise, it's a flow of money or flow of cash. So that's why we call it a cash flow. And this cash flow information is very important for a project manager or anyone who's handling project to make decisions, to take right decisions at the right time. Now, for someone to have a better understanding about the cash flow, there are a few things that the person should know about the cash flow and the project. So here we have number of items in this cash table. So this is a very simple basic cash flow, but let's give some attention and let's see whether we can understand what is this cash flow. So here in this cash flow, we have months in the first column, and we have some percentages in the second column. Then we have planned claim per month in dollars. Then we have another column called planned cumulative claim in dollars, and then we have actual claim per month, and we have actual cumulative claim in dollars. And this is the contract sum. Contract sum is the total amount of money of the project, or the project cost, or the tender price. So we can find out this contract sum in many ways. However, we know, okay, this is the price for a project. So this is the total price that we are trying to achieve, or that we are trying to claim for a project. Now, in preparing this cash flow, we have to have some understanding about these individual items. Let's start with this month. So in this particular cash flow, the total contract sum is going to be collected within number of months from January to September. So that means this project will start in January and it will progress until September. During that period, it will be completing the total work, and it will claim the total contract sum. Now, what is the plan for claiming this total? So it is planned that this project will complete 15% of work within the first month, that is January, and the claim percentage for that month is 15%. And likewise, for February, it is planned to complete 5%, and again 5%, and in April again another 5%. Likewise, by January, this plan is going to claim the total contract sum. So if it is planning to claim the total contract sum, it should be 100% here. You can check what is the total percentage by using this quick command, auto sum option. Now when you select this option here at the ribbon from home tab, you can easily get the total sum into this cell. So it's 1%. That's right. The second one is what is planned claim per month. Now, since we know the percentage of the claim, we can easily calculate what is the value of that percentage from the contract sum. So to do that, we have to write a simple formula. We know we now know how to write formulas in a cell. So we have to press the equation mark button and then select the cell that you want to multiply with the contract sum, that is cell C1 or the 15% times the contract sum. So that is basically the planned amount. Now don't worry about the formatting at this stage. When we have a formula written to a cell like this, we know that we can copy this formula down to the blank cells using this drag and drop option. When you double click on the black cross mark and the right hand bottom corner of this cell, that operation will automatically copy and paste the formula down to the rest of the cells. Now, however, when we look at these values, we can see there is something wrong in here. So let's look at what has gone wrong. Now, if you read this formula, it is this percentage times the contract sum. But when you come here, you can see this. It is this percentage that is correct. But what is the value in D4 cell? So in D4, there's no value. That's why we have got it as 0. But if it was the contract sum, again we would have had the correct answer for this percentage. Now, for example, if I change this D4 back to D3, you would see. So again, we get the correct value. That means for this formula to be appropriate or correct for every cell, there should be a common D3 written into every single formula of these cells, right? But at the moment, it's the formula is written with different D cells, different cells like D5, D6, likewise. So since we want to keep this contract sum unchanged for every formula, we can use a thing called absolute cell reference. What is cell reference? Cell reference means cell address. When we say absolute cell reference, that means we freeze a cell with respect to its column letter and row number. Now, see this D3. How do we do that? We can freeze this cell reference by typing the dollar mark in front of either the row number or the column letter, like this. Right now, we say we have frozen that cell reference. That means it will not change when the formula is written down in the other cells. Okay, so this is a very useful option in Excel. Next thing is there any other way that we can make cell preferences absolute? Yes, we can simply we can press F4 and it will make cell references absolute, right? Right. So that is the first thing that we learn in this exercise. Now, since we have done this column, we can see what we have to do here. Now, in this part, we have planned cumulative claim. Now, here, first one, we have planned claim in percentages. Now, we have calculated what are the dollar values for each percentage. Now, during the process of this project, we can calculate how much money is going to flow into the project by taking the cumulative claim. Cumulative means we will add values or claims starting from the first claim up to the point that we consider or that we calculate this total. For example, if you want to look at how the money has come in until June, we know in January month the project receives 75,000. In month of February, project receives 25,000. Altogether, it's 100,000. By end of March, it is going to be 125,000, like this, right? That means we have to in the first month, at the end of the first month is 75,000, right? At the second month it is 75,000 plus this one, it's 100, and the third month it is this plus second month plus third month. Likewise, we can keep on adding, we can continue by keep on adding these values to get the cumulative claim. So instead of doing that, we can use simple formula. That is, again, we can calculate the sum using sum formula. What sum are we after? We want to get the sum of a range of cells starting from the beginning, starting from the first month. So that is the first month. So that means we want to keep it absolute. So make sure that the first record is absolute, and then up to the point, or up to the month that it is calculated. So here now, if you write it for the first cell, you would understand it's starting from the first month. Since we are looking at the end of the first month, it's only the first month we have as records, but still we have to make the first record. Sorry, I made a mistake. It should be press F4. When you press F4, that command will make the default cell absolute cell with the absolute cell reference. Then press this one. It automatically changed the formatting. That's fine. If not, we would have been able to do that later. Now we have this one properly written into this cell. Then what we can do is we have to copy and paste this formula down to the blank cells. Right? Now when you simply double click on that black cross, the formula will be copied down to the rest of the cells. Now we have this column field. See, starts with 75,000. At the end of second month, it's 75,000 plus 25,000. Likewise, and if you look at the formula, so the formula always starts with D4. Always starts with. So if you look at the formula, it always starts with D4. If you come here, it starts with D4, right? Okay, now so we have actual claim per month. So in here, so these are plans. This is what we want to happen in the project. But now in these two columns, we have what has actually happened during the process. Now, for example, for instance, now if you look at the first record, even though we have planned to claim $75,000, we have been able to collect only $70,000. So because this is the actual. Now you can see, so we are 5,000 short of the planned cash flow. That means any project would struggle if the project is not going to have enough cash flow. Right, now let's get the cumulative claim actual. Now do the same thing. We have to use sum formula for this one, and close the parentheses. But we have to make sure we make the first cell reference absolute, right? So press F4. Simple. Then we can fill the rest of cells by just double clicking at the black cross here. You can see the formatting is not compatible with this one. We will complete later. Now we have already filled and complete this table. So this is what we call simple cash flow table. Here we have plan for January, February, likewise. And this is not the only way that we can plan for a project. For example, we could have planned this based on the activities. For example, if you take house construction as an example, normally houses are built in different stages. At the first stage, for example, at the first stage, stage 1, you can call it up to floor slab. And what is the percentage? You would be claiming 20%. And stage 2, it would be up to frame is going to finish. If the frame is going to be finished for the stage 2, it's, let's say, again it's another 20%. Then stage 3 could be roof. Stage 4 could be near walls and internal lining and ceiling. Likewise, we could have a different type of a plan for this part to claim the contract sum. So there can be different ways. However, we should have a plan for claims, and we should have a plan for what for the amount of individual or amounts or individual percentages of these claims. Likewise, however, now we have completed this cash flow. This is the part 1 of the tutorial. Now here what we've used is we learned how to use absolute cell references. You can read how to do that in text in your tutorial question paper. And then we learned how to calculate cumulative sum, and this is very important. And next thing is how to think about the formatting. So it's up to you, and it's your choice. You can do it any way you like, but this is the easiest option which we learned last week. So we can just select the area and we can go for this, something like this one. If you're not happy with that one, you can use something like this too. You can use borders, right? And when you use borders, if you can remember, you can select the lines, and you can then change the colors. You can see. Then again, you can do something similar to here. And if you don't want horizontal lines, but the vertical line, this is what you can do. And regarding total, if you want this part to be unique, and then again you can do that. And if you think you need to add some colors, you can add that to these. And for that, you can change the font, type color, and everything. So there are a lot of options for formatting, and you will learn them by yourself. So basically, and I think I want to. So I like this formatting. So I want to add this formatting to the rest of the answer. Okay. You can use format painter to add this formatting. since you have these horizontal lines, I think you can come here and you can just remove these horizontal lines like this, right? And yes, okay, so this is the first part of the exercise. Now, as the second part, what we have to do is we will be learning how to use insert charts option in ribbon. So we have under this insert tab, we have this charts tool. Here we have number of different options for creating charts. Now in this exercise, we will be learning how to create a chart like this, a column chart like this, using these data. If you look at these data, we have two columns. The first column we have months, the second column we have cost. So since we in the first column we have months, okay, let's see how to draw this type of column chart using this option in Excel. Here we have the range, that we want to create the graph from, and select this area, this range. This includes two columns. In the left-hand side column, we have x-axis data, and the right-hand side column, we have y-axis data. Click on Insert and select a line. Here column type, and my preference is this 2D column chart type. Click on that one, and now you can see we have got this option straight away from Excel. Now let's try to understand what are the features of this chart. We have two regions called areas. Now here we have chart area. We call this inner area the plot area. Okay, and this is obviously the chart title, and this is what we call the legend. Okay, legend normally, generally legend shows what are the y-axis data. And as I mentioned earlier, here we have the x-axis. That x-axis came from the left-hand side column data, and this is the y-axis from the right-hand side column data. And now in this chart, you can see the chart area is blue and plot area is red, and the series or the bars are blue, and we can see some formatting for fonts being also done, and the font size is or the size or the type may have been changed, and not only that, we have axis titles as well. Let's see how we change these options, or how possibly we can do these editing and formatting. If you ask me what is the easiest way, bring your cursor to the area where you want to make some changes, and click the right hand button of the mouse. You will be given this option, format chart area. By simply clicking on this chart area option, you can get a number of options for chart area formatting. Now the first option is filling. Now from this option we can change the background color. At the moment it's automatic, so if you change it to solid, you can see if you want to change the color, you can do so, but I'm happy with this color, so I'll accept it. And you can change the borders. Let's say I want to go for this one, that's fine. And if I want to increase the thickness, maybe this is fine. And likewise, there are some other options as well. Formatting and editing. would normally depend on your preferences. So there's no such hard and fast rule on this. But when you do editing, make sure that you always present it professionally, professionally or in a professional manner. Now we've discussed how to use this, how to edit the chart area. Likewise, we can select the plot area. Again, right click and select the plot area. So you have those options. I prefer to change the color. Let's go with this color. Again, you can change the borders, border styles, and so on. So if you're happy, then accept them. You can change for axis, vertical axis, line color. If you want to change line color, style. What else? And text box. So now them are okay. So here, format axis. You can select the range. For example, what are the units? So it's being the units being automatically selected for this chart. If you want, you can fix them, and you can change the number category. This here it's general. You can change it to numbers, currency. It depends on your requirement, and if you want, you can change the fill in this text box area. So if you want, you can check what it is. See, you can change the color of the fields. So I go for no fill, and you can change line color, line style. If you want to make this axis thicker, you can increase the line width using the options in the line style. Once it is done, just accept it, and you can move this plot area within the chart area. It's another thing, and you can change generally these x-axis information as well. And you can simply change chart title, cost versus time, and change it. In addition, if you want, you can add axis title. Here we don't have, you can change alignment. So there are so many options available. You have to check. And there's another way of formatting this chart. That is, when you select the chart, you can see in the ribbon under chart tools, we have design, layout, and formatting options. So what is design? You can change the chart design again. Right? If you don't want to go with this one, you can simply use this one. And here we have more chart layouts. Layout 1, 2, 3. But since we have done layout according to our requirements, we are not going to use them. But you are free to try these options and learn them for yourself. And look at this layout option. What addition options do we have? Here we can select chart title. Now in this particular figure, we have our chart title above the plot area. So we can center. There are a few options. And what about the axis titles? We don't have any axis title, but we can add axis title for the horizontal axis. You can select this option. See, it adds this axis. Since you need more room, you can expand the area. Now we have this axis. You can simply select this text box and edit the title. So this is months, and since this is a simple text box, you can do more editing using going back to Home tab, and you can change the font color, font size, and likewise. And regarding legends, again, if you go to chart tools option under layout, you can find data labels, grid lines, plot area, and legends. See, sorry, you can turn them off, or you can add and show a legend at right. See, or legend at top. Likewise, there are plenty of options for you, and not only that, you can simply move these legends across the chart table. So I hope you learn how to use these options in Excel to create a nice looking column chart. Now, so I will stop this exercise at this, and I will move on to the next task of the tutorial. In this tutorial, we want to create cash flow chart. So let's try to look at what is a cash flow diagram. Now, in this cash flow table, if you look at, we have months. Against each month, we have planned cumulative data for actual and planned data. So we have cumulative amounts for planned claims as well as actual claims. Now, we are supposed to create a line chart, or otherwise a cash flow diagram, to see the comparison between this planned cumulative claim and actual cumulative claim. Now, since we have learned how to create a chart using this chart option in Excel, let's first try to understand what are the axis information. Now we want to plot this cumulative information against months or the duration. That means months is going to be the x-axis information. So we have select this month column first. Then we have select y column. For y column, we have two options. One is planned cumulative claim, another one is actual cumulative claim. Now, how to select discontinuous columns together? We learned that last time. We have to hold on the control button when we do the selection. First, select the month. When you select it, select the title or the header as well. Then hold down the control key. Then select the first y-axis, and then select the second one. Now, once the required range is selected, go to Insert tab, and from Insert tab, select the line option from Charts tool. In this option, we have a few other items as options. So I will be going for this 2D first option. Right. Now this is how we create a graph. Now you can see we can change the plot area, and this is the legend. We can make some changes to legend, and so I think I want to. If you want, you can enlarge the area. Another thing, if you think you don't want these decimal places, you can simply go and do the editing on these items. We discuss how to do it. So I'll leave this for you. You can make a nice cash flow diagram using Excel options for editing. Right. So I think I want to start from here, and this is general. That's fine. Access option. Again, that's fine. And alignment, I guess I want to change it to something like this. This one is okay. And regarding this axis, I think I want to change the alignment. I will pick the currency, but I don't want any decimal places here. Maybe I want to change this to tolerance. Yeah. Then I want to add a chart title. So to layout, select chart title, cash flow diagram. And I want to adjust the top area a bit to do enough room for this title. And I can add axis label from here, primary vertical axis, so rotated title like this, and that's going to be accumulative claim. And for this one, I don't need to write anything. That's months. And let's add some colors. Solid fill. Okay, I'll accept it. That's fine. And select this one. To this one, I think I'll go for different color. That's fine. And this area is okay. Line colors, I prefer red color, and I want to have a thicker line, and I want to apply the same here. Line color, this one, more fill, line, this one. Okay, so this is how we can create a cash flow diagram. What is more important in this whole learning process is one is how to select required chart information. For example, what is the x-axis information? That's months. And what are the y-axis information? Planned cumulative claim and actual cumulative claim. And how can we select discontinuous ranges together? So we learn by pressing down the control key, we can make the selection. Then we learn how to create a graph, graphs, charts, and we learn how to do editing. So that's all for this tutorial about this chart preparation, and we will be learning another one important aspect of Excel, that is how to make a worksheet secured worksheet. That means how to add protection to a worksheet, how to make a worksheet read only. So I explained it in many different ways, right? So this is how we can do that. We have to now, if you want, if you think we do not want to allow anyone to make changes to this document, we can apply some protection. So that when we say protection, we can give a password so that no one can edit uh, to this sheet. So this is how we can do it. Now go to review. We have this option protect sheet. Click this one, and you can give your name. Make sure that you are writing it in simple letters, and you remember it. Otherwise, you won't be able to edit your sheet. Re-enter. So see, now whenever you try to make any changes, the sheet won't allow you to do any changes. Now, if you want to remove that protection, you can simply click on unprotect sheet, then type the password. See, now we can. So this is how we can protect the worksheet. There are some other options for sheet protection as well as protections for sellers. So I leave these for you to study